Alright, let's go ahead and get started on this. We have my Suburban, we're in here. Now, before we had our soft closure, you guys had to do a code pull on my vehicle. Now, how many of you guys remember the code? P0161. It was an O2 problem. So, let's go ahead and take a quick look at this again. So, let's go ahead and get the car started. Okay. So now, I'm not even sure if this is seen. What I have brought up is I went ahead and selected certain, they're called PIDs, information through the ECU that I want to look at. Okay. The first one I want to know is our fuel trim system in closed loop or open loop? Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm trying to get this in view here, and I don't know if I am. We'll try that. Alright, so let's go ahead and look right down here. We have, it should still be in here. Sorry. There we go. So is it open or closed loop? We are in closed loop system right now. Our fuel, air to fuel ratio is 14 to 1. So it's 14.1 to 1. Okay. Our short-term and long-term fuel trims, okay, they're staying within close. Are averaging 9 and 1. So that's okay. But what I wanted to look at, remember our code was a O2 sensor, bank 2, sensor 2. Okay. So let's look at this. Our desired RPM 613 going, it's a little higher than it should be. But let's look at our sensors. Sensor, this is bank 1, sensor 1. Bank 2, sensor 1. Bank 1, sensor 2. And then bank sensor 2. So, bank 2, sensor 2. I can't talk. So let's look at these numbers. Now, these numbers right here will fluctuate because they're before the cat. And as it notices it goes rich, it goes, oh, okay, I need to put more air in, or cut back the fuel is what it's doing. It's going to cut back the fuel. So as it cuts back the fuel, I'm trying to get it in the best view. I'm sorry, guys. As it cuts back the fuel, then the sensor will go down. Okay, but we're looking at sensor 2 and sensor 2, bank 1 and 2. So if we look at this one, it's always reading high at 400. This one's fluctuating. Okay? So as it's fluctuating, this one's going down to 4, back up, back down, back up. This one's always sitting high. So it tells me what? Well, if it's sitting high, it means it's measuring a lot of fuel. But let's go ahead and look at sensor 1's. Okay? Sensor 1, bank 2, bank 1, sensor 1, sensor 1. And let's look. Are they close, or are they sitting higher than average? Well, that one goes up to 8, drops down. This one goes up to 8 and drops down. So those are fluctuating fine. So it tells me that something's wrong in that cap. It tells me that there is too much hydrocarbons. And because we've already done a test, gosh, I can't even remember what we did. It was telling me that we had a miss in my engine. Well, yeah, I have a miss. I have a bad rings. I'm getting oil into the bank, side 2, okay? And that's why I'm reading always high. It never drops below 400. So that tells me that I have an issue with my catalytic converter because of prior situations. So it means inside the engine compartment, it's reading, or inside the engine, it's giving out more fuel or hydrocarbons, and hydrocarbons could be fuel or oil. It's going into the system, and because the cat is supposed to try to burn up hydrocarbons, well, it is. It's burning up oil, and it's causing an issue. So it's now burning up my cat. So my cat's dying. So that's what we need to be aware of. And that's what we were supposed to do on our diagnostics after you guys read these codes, is what's going on. So that's what's going on. So there you go. So now I wanted to show you guys how to remove the O2 sensor. I didn't have the tool at home. It's actually at the shop. And it's a lot easier to do with the car in the air and not on the ground. So, oh well. I want to then go ahead and talk about the diagnostics. As you can see, still these numbers have not changed, if you can even read them. It's still 400, and it fluctuates from there. So it tells me I could have a bad O2 sensor, but for the fact that my engine has given me a failure, and I do smell oil when this thing's running, I'm going to say it's that problem. So there we go. That's what we have. Now, on your homework assignment, you got to give me a screenshot of an O2 sensor on a Google Doc, as well as how many O2 sensors you have in this car. So this one, I have two before the cat, left and right side. I have two after the cat, left and right side. So that's 4 O2 sensors. Okay? So on your paperwork, you're going to write it up on your vehicle that you drive. Okay? So that's all I got for you guys today. I will see you guys on Wednesday. We'll have another class. I remember. So, all right. Thank you so much.